Hello everyone and welcome back to another video where today I'm going to be comparing the 2022 LEGO Star Wars Ambush on Ferrix to the new 2025 U-Wing. Now these are the only sets to be released from Andor so far, but we are getting a buildable K2SO in August. Now to start off, the Ambush on Ferrix set contained 679 pieces for $70, and the U-Wing contains 594 pieces, also for $70. We get 4 minifigures with the U-Wing, but we only get 3 with the Ambush on Ferrix, so that is probably why the U-Wing has less pieces. But anyway, let's take a closer look at these minifigures. Starting off with the minifigures for the Ambush on Ferrix, we get Cassian Andor here, which I think LEGO did a really good job on all of these figures. This was the first version of Cassian to use this new warm tan skin tone. He has a more neutral face here, and then the other side it is more angry. He also has a nice printed hood on the back. And just overall is a good figure. I do have to say though, I think his hairpiece is a little bit too long, but it still works pretty good. Next up we have Lutheran Rail, which I really like this olive green color for his overcoat. He also has a nice headpiece there, which again is more neutral, and on the other side is more angry, as well as he has a printed hood on the back as well. Just overall a great figure. And then the last figure is Cyril Karn, which, I think it's a pretty cool figure. Definitely the least interesting, I'd say, out of the set, since there's no leg printing, but the torso printing is nice, and he has a cool cap that's done in this blue color with a nice orange stripe, and that is what the back of his torso looks like as well. And overall, I think 3 figures for the set isn't really that great. I really feel like we should have gotten another security deputy. I think getting Linus Mosk, I think that's what his name was. I think he should have come in this set, because when we look at the set later on, one minifigure really just isn't enough, I feel like, for these guys. But anyway, taking a look at the U-Wings figures, we'll start again here with Cassian, which I think, again, LEGO did a really good job. I really like his rebel outfit here with that nice vest. He also has a double-sided face with one more neutral, and the other side has more of a smirk. But then again, really nice figure, and he has some nice leg printing as well. Next up, we've got K2SO, which is definitely the coolest figure to make a return, the one I was most excited for. He's got some nice printing, but he doesn't have printing on the head, which is sad because the original one did have head printing. Then we've got Dead Ramiro here, which is another exciting minifigure to get. Again, really good job. I like the hat and hair combo there. And again, she has a more neutral face on one side, and it's more angry on the other. The only problem with this figure is the legs. The white is just not lining up with this color, which is something LEGO has had a problem with for a really long time now. But still, a good figure. And then the last figure we have is our ISB Tactical Agent, which I think is a really cool figure. He has a nice riot shield and blaster, and if we remove his shield so we can see more of the details, he's got some nice leg printing with foot printing here, and then the torso also is pretty nice, and then he just has the standard head, which is also used on Cyril Karn, and then just the black classic Imperial hat. So there you have it, the minifigures for both sets, and I've got to say, I think I'm going to go with the U-Wing as having the better minifigure selection, just because we get one more than in the Ambush on Ferrix, and the set really should have come with one more of the security deputies. But anyway, now let's take a look at the builds. And we'll start with the Ambush on Ferrix, which has this really nice speeder. I think LEGO did a really good job on it. We have this nice hose here, which kind of like wraps its way around, which is cool. And of course, we have our spots for Cassian and Lutheran, which when they're on the speeder, I think looks really cool. And there's also some clips on the side to store their blasters. But now, taking a look at the mobile tac pod, we'll start here in the back where we have lowering and raising wings for when it's landed or in flight position. We also have this cannon, which can move 360 degrees with some stud shooters that we can fire like that. We can also open the hatch here to access the interior, where we have a seat and some stickered control panels. Then we can grab our Cyril Karn minifigure, place him inside, and he's all ready to pilot it. The doors also can open on the side, which reveal more seats, and there's a total of 4 seats in there. And this is where, again, I think we should have gotten a few more of the corporal security members, because this is literally a transport for them, and we just get one person to pilot them. So it's just really silly, because there's not really anyone that we can put in these chairs. But anyway, there also is a fire extinguisher back there, as well as a crate, which doesn't have anything in it. There is also this ramp on the back, which we can pull down, and then there's some clips where you can store some blasters, but there's not really much you can do with that. And then just taking a look at the exterior details, we've got some nice stickered details here, and overall, I just like the shaping of the model. Lego did an excellent job here in the front, and it uses some clever building techniques. If we just take a look at the bottom, you can see some like orange and green pieces, definitely some color from the bottom, but it's nice that you can't see it when the model's upright. And then when you look front on, you can see Cyril in there. I really like the printed windshield here. Of course, the gray doesn't line up with the gray of the bricks, which is just a problem that Lego has been having for a few years. So hopefully, Lego, come on, fix the bad color issues. But anyway, I just think this set just looks really cool. Definitely a very cool model in Star Wars. Very much reminiscent of a Republic gunship. But anyway, let's take a look at the U-Wing Starfighter. So starting off, I have to say, I think Lego did a pretty good job with getting the overall shaping of the U-Wing down. You can definitely tell that it is a U-Wing Starfighter. But where this set severely lacks is in the interior functions and details, which we'll get into at the start. To access the cockpit, Lego included this little lever where you can push on it, which opens it, which reveals probably one of the shallowest piloting interiors on any Lego Star Wars set to date. Because if you take your Cassian minifigure, you can set him in, but he literally is pretty much laying down. Like, it is very bad when you close it up and you put it forward. He is not looking out of the cockpit. He is literally looking out the top. So that is just looks really silly with a minifigure in it. So definitely would recommend, if you have this set, to display it without figures inside, because it looks better that way. But then we can also access the cargo bay or the troop holder down here, and it is just so sad. You can hardly fit anything in there. We just have some, I don't know, like a box here. It's not really a box. You can't open it. And there is a stickered control panel. It's probably hard to see right there. I'll try to get a better shot of that. But, if we close up one side, we can, throw Cassian in, grab K2SO. You can, try to just cram them in there. You can't really sit them down or do anything. They just are in there. And it's just really sad because it's just so small. You can hardly do anything with the interior. So again, it's just not really fun if you want to use this for any interior functions. It's mainly just for display, and of course you can fly it around. It is quite swooshable. But anyway, taking a look at some of the exterior details, I like the white color scheme. We've got a little bit of light gray to represent some damage and wear on it. There's also a little bit of this light yellow scattered out throughout the model, which I think looks cool. And then in the back, we've got our engines, which, they look all right. I know at first I didn't really like how they looked, but I think over time they've grown on me a little bit. They are a little bit blocky here, but I still think it doesn't look that bad. And in the back, we have some nice engine details, and we have a little ramp here, which can open, and I guess you can use that as storage if you'd like. And then in the front, we also have our spring-loaded shooter mechanism, which if we just push down on this top part here, it will fire the spring-loaded shooters just like that. Definitely a pretty fun play feature as well. But then last of all, we have the opening wings function where you can just open the wings. They're connected on ball and socket joints, so you can just open them up. And when the wings are open, the wingspan is just massive. It is very, very wide. It's like, I don't know, probably over 2 feet long. Didn't measure, but it's just huge this way. And again, it's just really fun to fly and swoosh the U-wing around. But anyway, again, that's the U-wing. I think it looks great. For a display piece, it's very fun to fly around. It's just the interior is very, very bad. So there you have it, my comparison on the two currently released LEGO Star Wars Andor sets. Again, I think both sets are pretty good. They just have a few small flaws. And then again, the Ambush on Ferrix had 679 pieces, whereas the U-wing had 594 pieces. And I did end up weighing these sets, and the Ambush on Ferrix weighed 1 pound, 0.2 ounces, whereas the U-wing weighed 1 pound, 0.1 ounces, or 460 grams for the Ambush on Ferrix versus 457 grams for the U-wing. So again, very, very close with weight, with the Ambush on Ferrix just weighing slightly more than the U-wing. So I have to say both sets are a pretty good value when it comes to price per piece, price per weight. They're not too bad. Enough on this. If you enjoyed today's comparison, make sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.